that they want to deal with. So when we came to Nakuru Town West, where we were meant to do a meeting, we were waylaid by goons in a place past Kaptembwa, and the reason why we've even taken longer than we were intended to take, because we were to do this press at around 8 or 8:30. We've just gotten a very sad brief this morning from the local police who were meant to secure our meetings yesterday. It's a brief that we are getting by some of the, because as our party leader said, Rigathi Gachagua, 95% of the National Police Service are patriots. They actually mean well for the Republic. They actually mean well for the people, because they always wonder, and everybody always wonders, when you send goons, like you send goons to your own constituency, who are these goons meant to go and harm? They are harming your own people. So we've been informed that since Kipchumba Murkomen took power, he has made sure that all the top rank commanders in county are from his own ethnic tribe. And the police were telling us this morning that when they were briefed before we go to Kaptembwa, that there are goons that are waylaying us on the road, and they wanted to react. We have been informed that the county commander, who is from Mr. Murkomen's ethnic background, Mr. Samuel Boit, instructed the police to keep off, so that they can allow the goons to have a free hand. And by the way, about 150 meters from where we were attacked, there was a police Land Cruiser that was there. But the police had very strict instructions from the county commander, Mr. Samuel Boit, not to interfere with the activities of the goons. Sad that the topmost command of the National Police Service in Nakuru County would actually give such an order, because it is the work of the police to protect lives and property. The Central Police Station not to interfere with the activities of the goons. That is why the goons were very confident. So the attack that we got yesterday was very coordinated. The funding of that particular attack was organized by the Member of Parliament for Nakuru West constituency, Mr. Samuel Arama, who was working closely with the governor of this county, Governor Susan Kihika. They are the ones who provided the resources to have these goons, or rather, there was a channel in which the resources were getting to the goons, and they were actually very confident, because they were aware that the National Police Service will not react. They were very confident, because Samuel Arama was speaking to some of the members of our team, not members of parliament, but some of our supporters, and was telling them that you shall not get there. We have been informed, and we have been given instructions, and we've been given the confidence by the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Kipchumba Murkomen, to ensure that we don't allow you to get to Nakuru. But we want to tell them, and we want to inform Mr. William Ruto, the train has already left the station. Nothing can actually stop. Not goons can actually save you. You saw it in Olkalau, and Olkalau was just a tip on the iceberg. You can't have enough goons to beat all of us. We have been informed this morning that there are goons that have been mobilized to disrupt our activities when we are opening our party offices in Nakuru Town, in a place that is in Nakuru West constituency, and we want to inform the county commander, so that you don't feign ignorance and say that you are not aware. We want to give you the intelligence. Number one, Samuel Arama is organizing goons to disrupt our activities of opening our party offices in Nakuru Town West. The offices are just here in Milimani. So, well, we know you will not send anybody, but you know, the hyena told the stone, whether you act like you have not heard, I have told you. Mr. Samuel Boit, whether you act like you have not heard, we have told you that Samuel Arama is organizing goons to disrupt our activities of opening our party offices in Nakuru Town, in Nakuru West constituency. Number two, we've been informed that the personal assistant of the Member of Parliament for Njoro, Shimiwa Kadhambi, has also been organizing violence in the meeting that we are to attend in a place called Njoro. Njoro is still in Nakuru, and we want to inform you again, Mr. Samuel Boit, But the onus is on you to protect the rights and property of the people of Nakuru. For what we had for this morning, but we want to say this. There is no way Mr. William Ruto will ever stop this goon culture. When right in his own cabinet, there sits a minister for goons and coordination of national terror. So long as Kipchumba Murkomen is the cabinet secretary for goons and coordination of national terror, there is no way Mr. William Ruto will ever tell us that he wants to fight goons. It cannot happen. It shall never happen. You can't say that you want to stop theft when you live with a known thief in your own house. Asanteni sana. Yes. That I will tell you, but I want us to agree because we don't have a lot of time. How many questions do we take so that we answer all of them at one go? 3? Just that one, isn't it? Yes. Most of the members of parliament who are here have suffered very huge damages. Yes. Our own firstborn, Sammy Douglas Kamau Waweru, has been baptized by fire. He's the one that bore the plant. His vehicle is in tatters. And you know, he's just come from the campaigns. I don't even know how you survived. But Karibu Sana Mheshimiwa has been like that. We were laughing yesterday and we were saying Agri was the correct person to face that because he's been baptized by fire. The vehicle that is for the Senator for Kirinyaga, Kamau Murango, the vehicle that is owned by the Member of Parliament for Kajiado North, the vehicle that is owned by the Member of Parliament for Embakasi Central was actually badly damaged. I hear that there were tons of stones in his own vehicle and many other vehicles, including that one of the Royal Media Services. I don't know whether they are here. You know, when we say that we are taxed, some people say, oh, it is not true. We are very happy that you're also there. So that you can appreciate these facts and you can actually see that these are things that happen. We were with you from Naivasha. We came all the way, and then you see, I mean, we were laid on the road. We want to apologize to the people of Sokomjinga that we were not able to come there, but we shall come back there. We shall definitely come back there because we had come out in numbers. I was told that the stadium had about 10,000-15,000 people. We shall still come back because violence will not break our resolve. We've come already too far in the bridge. It's just dark when it's just about dawn. And we want to encourage everybody, including all the other teams that we have. We want to encourage our brothers from Linda Bonaichi. Please go on. Don't be intimidated by violence. We've been there and we have come this far. Continue fighting. Those of us who are in the other teams, let us push William Ruto to the corner. Because if all of us are on the road, you have very few that he can fight. And you saw it in Olkalau. Olkalau is just a small constituency. 72,000 voters. Now we are going to about 20 million voters. There's no way they can deploy goons everywhere. The journey of Mr. William Ruto going to Sugoi is actually unstoppable. They're actually just increasing the speed and increasing the wheels and making it even better and sweeter. And we shall get him there. I want to thank you very much. Asanteni sana. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Those of you who are from Nakuru, also accompany us when we are going out, so that you can help us document some of these issues. These are the issues that we shall take the EACC when we are jailing William Ruto and hanging him. Asanteni sana.